Did they try to distract you when you were getting your shot?
No.
Like when they did to me is like the guy's talking to me about my life and he's like, oh, like, so what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm just I'm doing this, my teacher. I'm like, oh, okay, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, and I'm like, motherfucker. Like,
Oh, it hurt you? ¿Te dolió?
No, like, it surprised me.
Oh.
Cause like, I wasn't expecting it yet, but motherfucker, like, sneaky.
Yeah.
What is up? I haven't seen you guys yet. You guys.
How you doing?
How you guys doing?
Welcome back to another episode of CharroBeans.
CharroBeans, a Mariachi podcast. Welcome back to the...
Oh, shit.
The coolest...
43? Oh, I thought my episode.
Episode?
43?
Huh?
43?
Episode 43, man.
Hell yeah.
We're coming up on a 1-year anniversary.
What?
Well, 10 more weeks. No, 9 more weeks.
Huh?
Yeah.
Was it?
Or 9 more episodes until... No, I can't count. Hold up. I'm at hold up. Because how many weeks are in a year? 52.
Oh.
You really don't know?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to risk it.
Risk saying something bad. No, it's 52 weeks in a year. Ponle 1 episode a week. So episode 52 would be...
But we missed a couple of weeks. So.
Yeah, but 52 episodes would be like a year's worth of episodes. You know what I mean? We're close. We're 9 episodes away. And then we'll never do them again.
And then season 2? I can say.
Nah, fuck seasons. We don't need no fucking season. We're going to episode 1,000.
What are you going?
Nah, I don't know.
What are we going to do then?
Quit.
Right. Retire from all the money we made from it.
Yeah. Through sponsorship deals, Mariachi Chivos, 401k, the health benefits, all that good shit, which we don't have. Just
yeah.
We've
been doing this for a year.
If y'all fucking shared the podcast, maybe we'd be making some money. Oh, shit. Just call everybody out.
The shade. That's
funny, dude. I've seen a lot of that. It's like where people like have like people and followers and stuff like that, and they just shit on their followers. They just be like, you fuckers, like, you guys don't do this shit. And I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be your friends. Like,
I mean, the ones that stayed, you know, like, ¿qué culpa tienes?
Yeah.
it's like
a guy who's like listened to every episode, like, fuck, like, they really don't think I'm shit. Nah, you guys are great. We appreciate you guys liking the content and, you know, laughing at it, commenting. That's cool. We put out 3 was it 3?
Yeah, you've been making a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man, I've been trying. I've been working hard to at least try to get more content out there with not just the podcast. We have Charro Vlogs now. Yeah. We have Charro Reacts, which is also an idea. So if you guys have anything for us to react to, we can put out more videos. If you guys have any suggestions for what was the other thing I did? Oh, Charro Vlogs. If you guys like that content, we'll keep up. This week I didn't do anything. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to put all those. There's like 100 clips, and I have to condense them to like 5 to 8 minutes. So it's a lot of work. But yeah, I'll try to make them as much as I can, kind of stuff. Like I'm not gonna commit to doing it every week. I'm barely doing the podcast as we speak, you know. So if you guys like that kind of content, we'll keep up with it as long as you guys keep listening and watching. That's pretty much the plan going forward. So, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
We should say our names again because every time we like start, we just assume everybody.
I mean, it's everywhere.
That's because I've noticed a tick up on listens and stuff like that.
Okay.
So a lot of people have been tuning in, like new people too. That's what's great, that the podcast is going out to more than just our usual people, but it's been going up, which is great to see. You know, I'm hoping that it's funny because I have analytics, so I can see how many people are sending it to each other. I'm like, I see you. I see all of you.
Huh.
Yeah, but it tells me everybody that, or not every person is actually sending them, but it tells me the number of people, and those numbers have been going up. Listens have been going up daily. So, dude, I'm happy.
You see this shit? Don't look at it. Stop.
Yeah. Get some help. Right? If you're listening this much, get some help. No. Yeah, we're just trying to do something different here in the Mariachi community. I feel like we're doing something. So.
All right, well, my name is Sammy.
And my name is Victor. I hope you guys never got that twisted in any way.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I'm tall and I'm white complected. And I got braces. Right? That's all you're all about. And I play harp. Oh, no, wait. I play harp and I play guitar and I'm a sex symbol.
Excuse me? Okay.
Like I said, I'm
okay,
Victor.
that's enough, Sammy.
Okay, so this is a great episode. I feel like we did. Man, we're getting a lot of work in the way.
On the way.
On the way. In the way. In the past. Like, we've just been working a lot.
Why is the way?
And it's just because, I mean, like I said, everybody got their stimmy. No, everybody probably already spent their stimmy, right?
100%.
I know I spent mine pretty quickly.
I see that.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of toys. I did responsible things with it too. Like, I bought more toys. No, people have been hiring us, so that's great. It's great to see. The more the merrier, man. As long as it lasts.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy though, because we're actually heading into another big date, which is Cinco de Mayo isn't too big for us. Kind of just feels like a normal Saturday for us.
For white people.
Yeah. But
which we don't play for a lot.
Yeah, we really don't. We really don't.
Which I don't mind. I mean,
if we do play for white people, it's mostly been like serenades. I've noticed. But they can't commit to that full hour. They're like, Mexicans for a full hour? Hell no.
They're not sad when we're done. They're like,
I mean, they're happy.
You guys were great, but we had enough. Like,
yeah. We can only tolerate 7 to 8 songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because after that, they don't know the rest of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't. They only ask for like Celito Lindo.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, they have their standards.
La Bamba. So they're not a lot.
Yeah.
So I do get bored.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hate it here.
Because, I mean, I remember back then when we were younger, like, Cinco de Mayo was a big day for us.
Yeah.
When we were, like, in...
And we wouldn't even gig. We would go to, like, restaurants.
Yeah. Because,
So
like, I remember Cinco de Mayo was, like, a big date for us. But now it's more like Mother's Day. So that's what we're kind of, like, looking to... Like, that's what we're heading towards right now. And
but apparently there's 2 dates for that, too, right? Because I think in the United States, it's a different date.
Yeah. In the United States, it's always the second Sunday of the month or Friday.
I don't know, but I know
it's the date changes.
Yeah.
I know that, and then Mexican Mother's Day is always May 10th.
Yeah.
Right, and I think this year's like on a Monday, so we're working like the Sunday before. Like all those gigs are gonna be the day before. It's kind of funny, but that's the big date we're coming up on. So I'm a little nervous because it's not as heavy as I would think, like La Virgen, because there's velas más. You know, you're sleeping in the van type shit. But nevertheless, we're still working a lot, so I guess we're gonna see how that all goes down. I'm a little nervous, but yeah, you guys prepare accordingly if you guys are gonna play. Know your songs. I don't know what else to tell you. How was this weekend for you?
Pilates, huh?
Paleo diets.
Keto.
What else? Keto. Don't eat Whataburger. No, always eat Whataburger.
Shut up,
it's
bro.
really good. I think this was a good weekend. What do you think?
This last week?
Sí, güey, whatever.
No me
Because you actually played this week during Talon.
Excuse me?
Last week we did it. You did it.
Oh, what? That was last week?
Yeah, it was when Dylan played for you.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like it was a pretty week. We ended up playing 8 hours. But before we get into that, we got to talk about the plantas. Thursday and Friday. You already know.
Right.
Yeah. What happened Thursday?
We played.
Right? We played for people. People were sitting there watching us and eating and enjoying themselves, I guess. Seafood Shack. Good shit.
Yeah, I love Seafood Shack.
Yeah, I love Seafood Shack.
Ooh. Can you hear me? Oh, yeah.
There you go. Okay. Anyway, Seafood Shack has been good to us. I really like coming back. Nothing really happened though. You know what's crazy about Seafood Shack? It's always packed or it's always like medium packed.
Oh, like it's never
empty, but it's always either medium packed or very packed.
It was a little bit empty when we walked in.
Yeah. And it's funny because like last week was the week where it was all rainy and stormy and people were still there. So
Yeah.
it's like, what the
Oh
hell?
yeah. It was
Yeah, it was. And this week was more normal. This weekend was kind of cold. We're heading into May, and like at nighttime, it's like 60, 50 degrees.
It was
So
chilly.
what's up with that?
I knew it was cold. Well, it's not
Global
not cold.
warming.
It's just you're not used to it. You know.
I mean, it's not supposed to happen, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
At this
that
time
too.
of the year, like April is supposed to be like it's wet and it's getting humid because it's about to be hot as fuck in the summer. That's pretty much what we're looking at. But I know for sure right now it's been really cold, which is or not really cold. Like I'm built different, so like for me, it's cool.
Fresco.
Yeah, so I'm just feeling good. You know, it feels fine. But Thursday we actually had a pretty good planta. Well, so Arturo Vargas came back to play with us this weekend. He actually played the whole weekend, which was kind of cool. So he played. No, he played all days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because we worked a 4-day weekend this weekend. We played more this weekend more days than we did. You know, like the other days in the week. Does that make sense? Because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was like normal days. We don't work, and then like the majority of the week we were playing. What's up with that?
We work so hard.
For real, man. And it's not easy, dude. It's not easy. You think everybody can live this life? Charro life?
I can't live this life, bro.
I'm struggling.
I'm dying. Like,
slowly but surely, I am.
I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Because, like, cuando te desvelas over the weekend, like, your week is already fucked. Because, like, you be at home just be like, like, just sitting there. I mean, that happens to me. Like, I'm just so sleepy that sometimes I'll just knock out. You don't do that?
No.
No? I guess you're just built different, too.
yeah.
What the fuck? Because this weekend was very packed. Like, we started with the planta. Arturo Vargas came out. And it's funny because, like, we've been announcing him, like, or, like, not us, but Don Luis. Like, we'll play some songs. And, like, right before, like, you know, he comes up to sing, Don Luis will introduce him. Like, you know, this is Arturo Vargas, you know, one of the best voices in Mariachi Vargas. And, like, everybody just, like, eating their flautas, like, oh, cool, you know. But it's because he's out of his element, you know what I mean? Like, Arturo Vargas, you see him like on a stage with Vargas, like, you know, like playing for these concerts or these big events. But like right now, he's like playing with us, you know, to like live our life really in a way, because he's used to like the concert life, and then we're used to like the mariachis working all the time life. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he's on vacation, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
But since he's here, I think he's like, might as well work.
Yeah, might as well, right?
And little did he know.
Yeah, right. Little did he know. He's like, yeah, well, I'll probably play like a gig or two.
So they can't work that much in the U.S.
Yeah. He's like, I was wrong.
We're like, gotcha, bitch.
He's like, you got another thing coming, brother. Because I mean, look at it like this. Like, he plays his 2-hour concerts, and we play like significant amount of time. Like, think about it. Like, even Seafood Shack which is one of the shorter plantas, right? We start at what?
7:30. We tried to.
Yeah, we try. Right. We try to start by 7:30 ish. We finish the set by 9, so that's an hour and a half. And after that, we'll play
hour and a half.
maybe another hour and a half of talon, depending on how much people ask for. So I mean, in total, you're working like 2.5, 3 hours, right? Because I remember him saying that he was tired after the first time he came with us was just last Thursday. He was tired because I mean, I guess he wasn't used to working that much. So like his feet were tired by the end of the first planta.
I mean, you gotta look at it too. Like, I think he's actually more of an artist than a charro. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
Because if you look at his trajectory. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it sounded out of my head.
Yeah. Like, he's done like Giras,
like tours.
He's done tours and stuff like that, like as a soloist singer.
Oh well, yeah.
You know?
I mean, he has.
So his focus is very like artistic. So he doesn't really like. I can't really picture him anyway, like working like 8 hours, you know. And I don't think Vargas works that much either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in Vargas, obviously. So
well, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. This is entertainment only podcast. We don't give facts. Okay.
Yeah, if you really think we're spitting facts over here, you need to go to another
Dude,
podcast.
this is what I'm thinking. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know, but
you think I know?
yeah.
You think I want this?
From what I'm gathering, I'm inferring,
Yeah.
and that's what I think. You
Yeah,
know, I'm not-
yeah, obviously. Like, yeah, I mean, their concerts, I mean, from the times that I've gone to Vargas concerts, which was a long time ago, you know, the concerts have, even then, they have intermissions.
Yeah, I
Right?
think they put like 45 minutes, and then they start.
And then it's like an
15 minutes.
intermission, right?
Yeah.
So they probably go back there, they like eat a sandwich or something, I don't know, and drink, and then they come back and play, and then they come play again, you know? And whereas opposed to us, like, we don't have a break, like, during the planta. Oh, except for Fridays. But I know Thursday for sure, like, it's just the planta, you know, and we play. But anyway, back to the main point. So Don Luis has been, like, announcing him, you know, as, you know, this is him, you know, he's one of the best voices in Mariachi Vargas. But that's the thing, he's out of his element. So, like, a lot of people, casual fans don't really know, or, like, just in general, most Mexicans may not even be aware of Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, of their members either. They might know who
Right.
Mariachi Vargas is.
Like, they've heard the
But,
name,
yeah.
you know, stuff like that. Because, I mean, they're rooted in Mexican history, like,
Yeah.
forever. You know what I mean? But, yeah, you're right. Like, even me, like, I don't know everybody that's in Vargas right now. Because, I mean,
I used to, but you know.
I mean, the last time I kept up with that shit, keeping up with all the people that are in the group is when I got this signed. Like, when I went to that concert, like, I knew everybody that was on stage. But, like, nowadays, I can't tell you, like, everybody that's in there. Like,
yeah.
I really can't. So, like, I know for sure, like, for him, so, like, when they announce him, people are like, oh, like, that's cool. Like, that's impressive. You can, like, physically see people, like, taking out their phones, like, who is Mariachi Vargas?
Yeah.
And then they're all like, oh, okay, they're Mariachi. Who is Arturo Vargas? And they're all like, oh, okay. And then, like, they'll see, like, a video on YouTube where it has, like, 1 million, like, views, and they're like, oh, shit. And then they're like,
Right?
they turn on their flash. They're like, oh, okay, so I'm going to record this, you know? Like,
Yeah,
this
this is gonna be a tool that we might need for later.
Yeah, exactly. So that's when they start recording. That's when they start seeing. So, like, this weekend was kind of cool because I had never played this. We don't even play this song that much either, Viajero.
Right.
Nobody really asked for this song, but it's a song that he's recorded and with Mariachi Vargas, and he's also done it. Like, it's funny because, like, when I look back at when I started playing mariachi, and you know how, like, back then when you were a kid, like, you would look up a bunch of shit on YouTube. So you would just watch, like, videos and concerts and performances. I would always watch that one of El Viajero.
Right.
There's one where he plays with Sol de Mexico. He's wearing, like, a casual, like, if Sol de Mexico's playing and Arturo Vargas is in, like, in a white T-shirt. Like, it looks like they're, like, at a party or something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
That's cool.
I would always watch that video. It was so cool. So, like, for me, it was cool, like, to record it because I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm really here right now, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just funny to see that, like, so he's out of his element, so people are just like, oh, but, like, I'm sure, like, at a Vargas concert, everybody's like, oh shit, like, it's Mariachi Vargas, you know. But that's anything, bro.
Right.
You could put, like, at Seafood Shack, you could put, like, all of Led Zeppelin, who was, like, this legendary rock band. People would be like, oh, they're kind of loud, you know.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh shit, like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll record, you know. But he's still cool, like, he's still been playing and stuff. Nothing really happened on Thursday other than that guy that came that always asked for talon, but he didn't get his wish this week because, like, there was these 2 other tables that had us, like, occupied the whole time. So he was like, he left all sad. He's like, fuck, I didn't get any songs.
He's like, I didn't get my movie moment where he's all
Oh,
sad
yeah.
like in the bar and she's like looking into like the distance.
Yeah,
And we're in the back.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like those moments in, like, those old Chente movies and Jose Alfredo and Javier Solis where, like, the mariachis in the background. Like, my life a movie right now.
Or like
With the whole bottle right in front of
those some are funny because like they have a guitar, but the toda la guitarra like sacan el mariachi.
They'll be playing Cien Años, and then you hear, like, just the guitar, but you hear the violins, the trumpets, the guitarrón.
Or like
Nobody
or
around
like
them.
their fingers on the guitar is just like
Yeah.
as spread out as they can.
They're, like, playing A, but they're like over here,
Yeah.
and then, like, they're just switching it every once in a while. I'm like, that's not a chord.
They have like their whole they have like the whole four fingers like on one string.
Yeah.
Just like that's my chord.
They're like this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that is funny because as a musician, you see that and you're like, you're not playing, bro.
Yeah.
Stop it. Get some help. But yeah, Friday was a little bit more. So, like, remember, if you guys listened to last week's episode, I think we had that people caught wind that Arturo Vargas was going to come with us to the Friday planta. So they came to watch him. mind you, we're there every Friday. So like they came out last weekend, and when they saw he wasn't there, they were like, "Chinga!" Like they're like, "Now we gotta watch our friends here."
Yeah.
Fuck, like we came to watch a celebrity. Goddamn it!
No, I'm not staying here with us either. Like, they're like, I'm leaving.
Yeah. But he came with us last Friday, or this past Friday with us actually. Cause he got us too, mind you, cause he had told us Thursday, he was like, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. And then like he didn't come. Then we're like, the lies, bro.
He was like,
Yeah. He's like, you fucking thought. But he actually came this last Friday. I was reminding him that he had been there before. Because that's a quick little story to say. Paco, who's our old guitarist back in the day, he would tell us, hey, one time at Burros, we were playing, it was like cold time. That's all I remember. And I was on guitarron. I was barely starting. This is like 2014. So like I was on guitarron. I still didn't know the rep all that well. Like Arturo, my boss, was just letting me come because like I needed the money, but at the same time, like he needed a bass. So he was like, this is the best I got.
Yeah.
He's like, me fucking up all the time, but he's like, well, ni modo. This is what I have.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I could find. So I came out, and one time Paco was like, hey, wait. You know how he talks when he gets all serious? He's like, hey, wait, why you got Arturo Vargas? Why you got hoy? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why would he come here to Grapevine, Texas, a Burritos Locos of all places in the world? Like, why would he come here? And like he's like, no, de seguro va a venir, vas a ver. And I'm like, bet. So like I think we bet, but like I was too scared to bet, so I didn't put any money. But I was like, bet. So then when I'm playing and then this fool walks in with crutches, I was like, all over, like it completely like came out of left field. So like after that, I was like, Paco, I'll never doubt you again, because he wasn't lying. He showed up.
No, yeah, well,
And you weren't there yet.
I don't.
Yeah, you were in high school still.
Yeah, 14. I was a senior in high school.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, it depends. But yeah, I was in high school.
Yeah. And what was cool is that he sang with us and everything there. So I was reminding him, I was like, you've been here before. And he was like, no, I haven't. And I'm like, you have, bro. I have a pic. I got you in 4K. No, back then it was like 480p. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I got you in 480p, bro. Like you were here. And I reminded him, I was like, oh, yeah, I have been here. Yeah, I was on crutches. I broke my leg that one time. Yeah.
He's like, I was on so many drugs, bro. Like, no me acuerdo.
Yeah. So I was on painkillers. I was on fucking Advil, tequila, todo.
Chijarabe, lo que me encuentre.
Yeah. So he sang with us that day. I remember I took a picture with him. It was cool. But then, so he actually came out to work with us that weekend, this whole weekend. So when he came on Friday, Friday, I'm telling you, Burros is getting packed, dude. So like we had these, some people have been reserving tables, first of all. So these first tables here on the left, first of all, Camila never showed up because it's reservada por Camila.
3 tables, man.
3 whole tables were reserved. And what gets me is like, bro, just, if they're not here, because it was like an hour into it and they still weren't there. And it's like, bro, like at that point, like seat some people, because people were sitting inside. So we had this whole left side of the group of the restaurant that was like completely empty. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Let me in, But what else happened? We played. No. There's this dude there that always comes out, and he's like, so like it's because the place is BYOB. That's the thing. So like if the restaurant is BYOB,
I mean, he kind of showed up drunk, I think.
He wasn't drunk. He was just like
He was
a little
out of it. He seemed out of it for sure.
He always does though. You think
That's
he
'cause
just
he's
shows up?
drunk.
But he's not drunk though. He's just kind of like
On
buzzed. I don't know, dude. But this dude's always there. He looks like Alexis from Mariachi Sagas, so I call him Alexis. He does. He's just without the
bit.
beard.
With
he
a
looks
huge
like
tan.
Huh?
With a huge tan.
Yeah, he's a lot darker, but he looks like him. Like I look at him, and that's why I call him Alexis now. I'm like, yeah, well, Alexis.
He's like
Because there's
Mega Alexis.
because we never nega Alexis. No, it's because what's different about there is like every time we see someone that looks like somebody, that person will become that name.
It's like a little game.
Yeah, it's like a little game. Yeah, like so there's like, for example, there's this guy that goes there all the time with his wife. Looking back, he probably doesn't look completely like this dude, but we just kind of said it one day, y pegó, So like this dude also looks, he's always wearing a cowboy hat. He has a mustache. He has glasses, but he looks like Rafael Palomar, who was a guitarist for Mariachi Vargas back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, he does look like him a lot.
A little
He
bit.
looks like an
He's real
older
short
version.
though.
Oh, see, but
Yeah.
like the mustache and like the la cara,
The overall vibe of his face. Yeah, he kind of does look like Rafael Palomar.
Yeah.
So we just call him Palomar.
So last week when he came, we're like, he's probably upset because he came to see his boy,
Yeah.
like Arturo Vargas and like
Yeah.
Novino.
Novino, and he was all mad. That's why there was a fight.
Yeah, 'cause he was there. He was like,
he was mad. He was like, "The fuck out of here!" Like, telling the guys that were fighting.
yeah.
You shit got livid, bro. But yeah, like he does look like Palomar, so we just call him Palomar. So anyway, that's what I was gonna say. So that since the place is BYOB, people bring their stuff in. But the thing is with that is that people take advantage of that fact. Because I was telling you, I was like, bro, the reason people get like a little bit more tomado, like, or they drink more here and they get a little bit too happy here is because like it doesn't cost them to get drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you go to any other restaurant that like serves alcohol, they serve, everything. A shot is how much? Like $7-8?
$6. Well, yeah, it depends on the
The quality of the tequila or the drink or whatever. So if you drink that shot or whatever, it's gonna cost you. And then if you're like in a table full of 10 people, like that's $60 per, like for everybody's shot. You know what I mean? Or as opposed, you could buy the whole bottle and then just share it among everybody there. So like towards the end of the set, man, everybody was getting a little too rowdy. Not like violent rowdy, but it's just there's too many people. You know what I mean? Too many people are around me. Like, do you ever feel like a type of way when there's too many people around you? Like, how are you at concerts? Do you go to concerts?
No. You should not ask me that because I do not go to concerts.
Oh, okay, then there you go.
Sorry.
Because like I go to concerts for like other type of shit, so like rock and rap and other kind of stuff. But I've never been a fan of when like everybody's like so close to each other, which is like, especially now with Corona, like it's crazy to think of that people were that close. But like, yeah, like when people are just around you, like at every point of your, like someone's behind you, someone's in front of you, someone's to the side, and then to the other side. Like that shit gives me like anxiety. I'm like, it makes me want to be like, be gone. Like everybody get away from me.
Yeah.
It just feels a little, so that's how it was on Friday. Cause we were doing talon, we were going hard. Which is great too. Cause they were asking song by song. So like we would finish one, next one, finish one, next one. Like, it was quick. And that's how you make your money too, because like when we linger in the middle, that's what kind of kills it. Because like then like you're wasting time. But anyway, like they were dancing and everything, and it's great. But it's like, dude, like it's too many people in here, and everybody's a little buzzed. So it wasn't a good situation. And it resulted in some dude putting his drink like on our. So we have a box. It's like a gig box. It's like where we carry like. The sound system. It's like electronics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this dude puts his cup of like whiskey or whatever the hell he had. He puts it on the box. So sure enough, someone passes through that, and like the cup topples over, and that's where we have our mixing board. So this dude, like, I saw it happen like on the corner of my eye, but I couldn't fully understand what happened yet. Because because I'm already like in a weird vibe because I'm just looking around like, bro, why is there so many people in here? Like, I'm already like, and then I saw this in the corner of my eye. I see the freaking cup fall, and I'm like, oh, like it just like me sacó de onda. But it was funny because like the people like they saw it fall and they were like, oh no, they just stared at the cup. Like no one in their right mind was like, oh, I should probably like try to clean this up as fast as possible.
The worst part too was that our boss wasn't there. Like he was making a call. Or he got a call. Yeah,
I think he's been getting a whole bunch of calls, and I think it's just been all work. Like, because every time I hear him answer, and it's like, "Hola, soy Roberto del Mariachi." It's like, "¿A qué horas va a ser? ¿A qué horas quiere la tocada?"
Yeah.
And it's just him basically discussing more gigs, and it's been happening like, all week, like where he's just been getting calls and calls, which I assume that it's been all of this, like this season where like everybody wants a mariachi.
Yeah. So he wasn't there because when he got there, he got like. Kind of upset.
He was upset because it's because he's usually by the system, so like nobody would mess with it. Obviously, if he's there, But sure enough, like he leaves for 5 minutes, and then someone does some stupid shit, and it sucks because it cut our talon time because after that, like you could hear every once in a while that the mics were like sputtering. You know, like you would play something, and you would hear go because I mean fucking whiskey or ice or whatever the fuck got in there. So he was doing his best to try to like clean it, and like the one that did it didn't even care. He was just like looking at it like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
He's like, get some napkins, motherfucker. Like, try to fix this, like. But like, we've always said this. Like, people are like, if it's not yours, you just kind of don't care. Like, that's kind of how they felt. Like, oh, it's not mine, So like, well, pues ni modo.
Yeah, that was a little bit upsetting.
Disrespectful, because I mean, it costs a lot to be a mariachi, bro. Like, especially like, not just like us specifically, but like people that have like a sound system, because like, you gotta buy the speakers, you gotta buy the mics, you gotta buy like the wireless receiver, so that because we have the type of mics where they don't have to be connected, like it's all run wirelessly, so it has a signal and sends that to the board. Oh, okay, so like the mixing board, if you look at overall, you have your mariachi suits, your belts, your fucking socks, your instrument, the van, gas, snacky snacks. Every time you stop by to eat, it's a lot to keep up this type of business. So when it's like people over here just not giving a fuck, it's like.
And we just got that too, like.
Yeah, we just got this new mixing board.
He was all excited last week. He's like, oh, they just got here and like, let's get it.
Oh, he's been like trying them out. Messing with different sounds and different vibes.
He fucked it up.
Yep.
And he looked like Espinosa Paz too.
Oh, the guy that dropped the cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like, God damn it, Espinosa Paz.
Yeah, dude. Like at the end, I don't know if you were there. I mean, you had to be there because I was there. Yeah, because he's like, no, pues, si necesita algo, aquí estamos, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm like, this guy, like, you couldn't say in the beginning. Like,
yeah. You could have at least tried to take the ice off while it was happening.
Like our boss. That's when he was upset because he was grabbing the ice. He was like tossing it. Like, he wasn't looking. He was just like, because
he was more frustrated. It's because these people are like, just didn't care. It was just like, so after that, we just kind of cut it. We're like, all right, bro, like, we're finished. Like, this is the last song, so you guys can get the fuck out of here. Because the people won't leave as long as we're playing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because lately, Burros has been. That once 1 a.m. hits, obviously they turn the lights off. They're like, okay, that's like their signal for us to get the hell out. So if nobody stops us, like, we're gonna keep going. Especially the people, like, especially if they're a little like tipsy, they're just pulling 20s out like nothing, So, and it's funny too because like you could tell Arturo Vargas was like tired too because he looked a little like tired. I mean, at this point we play how many hours? Like, we start at 8. There's probably like 12 by then. 5 hours maybe total that you've been there, so it's, I'm sure for him, and you could tell he was tired too because like, he didn't even say bye. He just like walked to the car. He was like, I know them mañana. He just like walked out.
And then tomorrow, like, we had to wake up early tomorrow too.
Yeah, the next day, we were going to Oklahoma of all places, which is our favorite state to go to lately.
I didn't know that. I thought wherever we went was on the, like,
no.
Almost to Oklahoma. So, and then when I saw where the city was, I'm like, oh, we're in Oklahoma. Like,
oh, Medill? Yeah. It's very, like, as soon as you get into Oklahoma, it's basically right there. Like, it's not too far. You know what I mean? So that's which is great because like we've been going to like the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, which is like a big difference time wise. You know what I mean? Like, because we got there in like like an hour. You know what I mean? As opposed to like if you go to OKC, which is like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, depending on stops and all that. We went to this misa. So this gig overall was an hour and then 4 hours. So it was 5 hours total in this town. This church, which we played at, they got a new church. That's what's cool.
Yeah, I did not recognize it until I saw El Padre.
El Padre.
Because it's just like...
Well, the Padre, he's not African American. He's like another... He's like from... You know what I mean? Like, he's dark-skinned, but he's Latin.
So South American?
South American, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, like Latin South American.
Because he has an accent. You know what I mean? So when he's really nice to us. He knows us already because we've played so many misas at this old church. They finally got a new one. It's a new construct, so it was very nice to go in there. I was like, oh, wow. Because we've done so many gigs at the other one. Yeah, it looked fancy. I was telling Arturo Vargas the arrangements that we play. He's like, I te sigo. I'm like, I'll try to. I'm the worst. It's not just with him. Like with anybody, I'm very bad about explaining things, especially in the moment. So like, I'll tell him the standard stuff. I'll be like, it's an A minor, it's a jaropo. You'll go A minor, D minor, E7, whatever. I'll just try my best. But like while the song is already going, I'm very bad at like, hey, is it D minor, re, and then especially because he does it in Spanish, so I can't even go like like A minor, D minor. I have to go like la menor, like re menor, and I'm like, so he's over here playing like C sharp minor, and I'm like, no. Just start crying. It's very hard, bro. Like to just pull all those chords out of your ass, really, to be like, hey, it's this one. I fumble with my words already as it is, so it's a little tough. What did we do after that?
After that, we went to a gas station.
Oh yeah.
That? And I remember
I got the saddest sandwich ever.
For real?
I didn't eat a whole meal that whole day.
Yeah.
Because before we went to Oklahoma, I got like this sad ass like.
Oh, we got on time. We got
on time. Oh yeah, since you've been riding with me, it's like like you came in the truck with me and we drove to Denton together. So that's been causing me to be on time.
You're welcome.
Because I'm used to leaving by a certain time, but since you're there, I'm like, fuck, Victor's already out here. I'd be like butt naked at the shower, and it's like I'm here, and I'm like, God damn it!
Can you see me?
Well, if I walk towards the kitchen, like towards the living room, I have my window open so I can see you, and I'm like, you're just sitting there, and I'm like, God damn it! Like now I gotta fucking hurry. Like there was literally one time where you texted me like I'm here, and I'm like butt naked. I'm like, it's still wet. I'm like, I haven't even dried. I haven't even done the towel floss yet. Like I said, I'm straight out the shower, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, so yeah, like I've been getting on time, but I was eating gas station food all day. Cause I ate at Racetrack, and then we went to Love's. Yeah. I got this sad ass sandwich, which was just like the cheese and the ham, dry as fuck. I tried to put some mayo on there. The shit wouldn't even come out right. It would be like, no tenía nada, güey. So I was like, fuck, man. Such a sad ass, struggle ass meal, you know what I mean? Which also I fucked up too, because while we were playing that gig, that was a 4-hour gig, we actually had a break in between. So they asked us if we wanted to eat and everything, and I said no, because I wasn't hungry yet. Plus, we were just like kind of talking outside of the gig, or outside of the venue. That went a la plática, so we were just kind of chilling. Plus, it was mole. Do you like mole?
Yeah.
I have to be in the right mood for it.
There you go. Picky ass, man.
I'm not picky. I love mole. It's really good. But, different people make it different ways, though.
Yeah.
I don't like the sweet.
Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's spicy.
I like the spicy one.
Sometimes it's sweet and spicy.
Oh, really? I've never had the one that's combined. It's either like the chocolatey sweet one or like the other one, the one that's spicy, which is the one my family makes, the spicy one, always. So whenever it's like the sweet one, I'm like, ugh.
I like the sweet one.
I think
I prefer a lot to the spicy one.
Especially because I feel like a lot of people don't make it right. Like it just tastes off. So no quería, I wasn't in the mood for it. There, I just justified why I wasn't in the mood for it.
Claro. So like all the other
Did you eat?
No.
There you go. You didn't.
Because we already ate.
At the gas station?
Yeah.
What did you get at the gas station?
Sneakers.
Sneakers?
Yeah.
Or Snickers?
Something else. I think like a little sandwich. Doritos. That's what I got.
Snickers.
The Doritos.
Doritos.
Yeah.
And a sandwich?
Yeah, that's my
diet.
diet.
That's not bad.
That's my diet.
Damn.
Cool.
Nice.
And
all the food groups.
And a Monster and a Red Bull.
Shit, man.
It's all gotta go quick, right? No, but I also feeling it.
You still weren't hungry? I mean, I didn't eat because I still wasn't hungry.
I could have eaten, but it's because that salon, like, it smells.
Oh
funky,
yeah, Every time we go there, it just smells off. It smells like.
And apparently, you guys saw like a mouse.
Yeah, so when we're walking in, there's these double doors, right? I think this is like the only salon in the area. I think that's what it is too. So like, since that was the only salon there, I guess that's where everybody does their parties. Because every time we go to Medill, we go to this salon, but it smells like a porta potty.
Oh, I've never.
You never gone to a porta potty?
Not recently, but
not recently.
In a while, like, but
that's funny.
But I know I think
you described it as something else. What did you say? It just smells off, like
toilet.
Yeah, that's what a porta potty smells like.
I don't know.
It's the way.
But apparently, saw a mouse, right?
Yeah, so there was like this tiny little mouse like at the foot of the door.
Dude, I would have been
dead.
Like, I would have been like, I'm like, it's fucking like a fucking nugget.
You're like chicken nugget.
I'm like, you go to a mole, you're like,
oh no. Oh no! You dunked that shit. You dunked it like a fucking McNugget, bro. Oh, that's so gross. No, it's because I know because I saw it. It was this small, bro. It was a tiny mouse. Oh, that's bad.
O le pones una tortilla, güey, you're like,
oh no!
you're just like, and then you put the mole.
No, dude. Fuck. No.
On a tostada, güey. On a wrap?
No, fuck. No.
You remember on a wrap, you're just like...
It's just... Moving on. That place just smells right. So, like, when I saw the rat on the ground, I was like, okay, though, that makes sense, you know?
Right.
I'm sure, like, if we left for, like, an hour, if fucking... they'll all come out of their hiding spot.
They're like, now we feast.
Yeah.
Like,
all the leftovers. Yeah. Because yeah, like, it always just kind of smells in there. And, like, that vibe of that salon, like, just sucks, dude. Because sometimes first of all, you can't hear shit. Because, like, the way it's built, like, it doesn't bounce off the sound correctly. So it just sounds like shit in there. And then it's very, like, spacey. And, like, every time we play there, the vibe's always off. Like, people just are, like, whatever about us. So I just don't like playing at that place.
Like, what you want 4 hours of this if you don't like it?
Exactly. Why hire us 4 hours if you know you're not gonna enjoy yourself? Like, because people will be like, "Thank you." Yeah, exactly, and they just don't. It's just like whatever. But yeah, like the vibes just never good there. The vibes are not immaculate there, basically. So
cool.
It's not that fun whenever we play there. I just don't look forward to it whenever we go there.
I was having fun watching Arturo Vargas because we would do little like dance stuff, and he's like, "Fuck, I gotta do that." Like,
we don't do this with Vargas. Yeah, because we tend to move a lot. I noticed, but that's the thing too. We move a lot too because I mean, think about it. You're gonna stand there for the next 4 hours. Like any like little movement you do, you know, it kind of alleviates the pressure off your feet for a second, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, for a lot of the songs that we do, like El Rey, you know, any cumbia, anything, a lot of the songs that we do that are a little bit moviditas, you know, we start like kind of moving, we start like stepping and stuff, which is cool because he's being a good sport about it. At least, like he sees us and he's like,
"Fuck,"
and he starts doing it too, you know.
Like I've told you, right? Like I've catch him kind of like looking at me and like smiling.
You're like,
he's just kind of like, and I can't picture him just being like, "This motherfucker," like, still like
he's like, damn, I'm really out here right now.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, he hates you, bro. Like, no estás afinado, no estás en tiempo, like, ¿qué estás haciendo aquí? Like,
he's being real nice with us.
Yeah.
He goes home to like Boyo and Don Luis, and he's like,
he's like,
where do I even start?
He's like, so puta. Like, he's like, I'm not coming back, bro. Like, but he's like, oh, I need money. Oh shit, like,
yeah. No, what I just realized too is all during this he was since Thursday he's been saying he's had a slight cough, so he's been feeling a little like under the weather, so he had been taking like you know, like medicine like for it, so like he's been a little ronco, you know, for these gigs and stuff, but he doesn't sing all that much with us. I mean, he sings obviously like Malagueña and like, you know, those really nice songs, El Viajero. He sang Pastor once with us, right? But then did he sing it at that party? Or are we done with that party, the 4-hour party?
He didn't sing it there. He sang it at Burritos.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then I'm just saying in general, because after we had that 4-hour gig, which is lame as fuck. So we took off from Oklahoma. We went to Whitesboro, which we went back to this place where it was the last gig we went to right before the Texas blizzard of 2021. Yeah. So like it was barely starting at that point because it was fucking freezing the day we went. Yeah. The snow still hadn't come down. I think at that point we had heard that it was possibly going to snow in Texas. So we were like, oh shit, like, do you think it's going to snow? Like, nah, I don't think so.
We were here like like that day the cold hurt. Like,
yeah. Because I mean my face is very sensitive to the cold. So like anything that is that cold, like if I were to like have a little tap on my face, I'd be like, ooh, you know. But all I remember is that back then we were like, you think it's gonna snow? We're like, nah, wait. And then like a whole fucking blizzard came. On Valentine's Day of all days.
I remember I fucked up because, you know when your windshield's a little bit dirty?
Yeah.
You kind of like spray it.
You what?
Not spray it, but use the water spray.
Oh, you're talking about the washer fluid.
Yeah.
For your car, like to clean your windshield.
I'm like, fuck. It's like freezing. Like, fuck.
It should look like an X-Men graphic.
Yeah.
Because it came out liquid and then, there's an X-Men like that, right? Who is he?
They got that turns into ice.
What's his name? Fuck. Comments below. Someone comment below what that is. I know, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
There's
it's in the movie, like
Iceman?
Nah.
Fuck, I don't know. Okay. Icy? I don't know. Okay, whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's the last. Ice Cube. He's like, sometimes I get angry. So suck a dick. I love that movie.
Excuse me?
21 Jump Street?
I know.
That's Ice Cube.
Yes.
Okay, anyway. The last time we went there, it was fucking freezing. So it's funny when we pulled up, we're like, oh, we've been here before. We went, because the last time there was a proposal there. We talked about it on here. Like, it was a surprise proposal, which we didn't know about.
I was very surprised.
Yeah, I was like, hello.
He got me.
You're like, yes. I'm like, oh, not for me.
I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. And then, but it's a little chilly. So Arturo Vargas was Boyo or his dad happened to bring a gaban, which is, a sarape or poncho for all you others. So it's like a long one, right? And it's supposed to keep you warm. So he's like, should I put it on? And I'm like, well, I mean, if you want to, just in case, because we didn't know if we were going to play outside or not. Because the last time we played inside this little barn, so we were good. So he put it on. But we ended up going back into that little barn, which was cool because they kind of put it towards the back. So we were like set up a little bit better than last time. Last time we were just kind of along the edge and it was very awkward.
My feet were freezing that day.
Oh, yeah. You forgot about that. Yeah. Because all the wind was coming from the bottom. So you were like...
Yeah. Now they suddenly put us on the other side next to like all the food, I guess. No, all the snacks. Right?
Oh, they put you next to the candy, bro.
And that's a bad idea. I'm just like, vale madre este pedo. Like,
because I would look back and you're just sneaking candy. I'm like, este vato. Because they had like mazapanes, they had paletas, like tamarindo spoons, They had a bunch of shit. It was like for the kids, but you're all like, I beg to differ.
Bro, at the end, the lady was like, "Sí, I don't know qué quiera." And I'm like, bet. Like,
because at that point, there was only like kids had already gone up there like to get a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So like when you came out, I remember you had already stole a bunch of candy. I didn't realize how much you had stolen, but you were eating candy in the van. So I was like, "Hey, you have candy?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Oh, I was gonna give you the spoon with the
tamarindo. I was like, "Give me a candy," and you pulled that out and you gave it to me, and I was like, "No, like dame un mazapan." And you're like, "Oh." And you went to another pocket, and I was like, "How much fucking candy do you have, dude?"
Oh, you hear like little rappers using there, like, se llamaba.
I'm like, ¿cuál quieres? Mazapán, paleta. Aquí tengo las banderas de coco.
I got you, bro. Like, tú dime.
Yeah. Tengo de todo, chingado.
Yeah, that's why you never put me next to the snack.
Yeah. You were like, one snacky snack, two snacky snack. Oh, you were like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
But you look, I'm like,
yeah. Da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, dun, dun. Like what? Everybody's distracted. I'm like, oh. You put them in the hole in your guitarrón. You're like,
oh shit.
Chingón. No, but so you stole all the candy. We also announced that Arturo Vargas was there, so people did the same thing. They were like, "Who is Mariachi Vargas? Who is Arturo Vargas?
What is Mariachi?
What is right? What is music? Like, just go from the beginning." Yeah. And then they started recording after they saw, so that was cool.
That's funny though. I think that's the place where they asked for El Pastor, right?
Oh yeah. So by that point, like he was already a little ronco, so like he couldn't. Well, he said it himself. Like he was like feeling it, like he can't reach those high notes. So I guess some lady there looked up like on YouTube like Arturo Vargas, and I guess El Pastor was like the first one that popped up. So she asked for it, and it was funny because we're all like, oh, like because he had already played it with us before, so we're like, he can do it, But real quick, he was like, no, es que no llego ahorita.
Well, before that, he gives you like a definite answer because he's like, oh, El Pastor. He's like, no. He's like,
he thinks about it for half a second. He's like, no.
Yeah, and then he's like, no, it's okay.
This time, yeah.
No me siento bien, this and that. So the Arturo had to sing
our boss, because usually when we play El Pastor, Arturo, our boss, sings it.
Yeah. It's an
So
Arturo song.
he looked over at him and he was like, I'm like, you know, I can do it, but he's like, it's not gonna sound like yours, you know. So like when he was about to start, he's like, con todo respeto. We're like, here we go.
It's like, with todo respeto, like, vamos a crear esta canción.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Arturo Vargas would always say that shit. He would be like, ¿A qué horas es la masacre mañana?
I'm like, bro, like,
and like the first time it was funny, but he keeps saying it. It's like, bro, is it really that bad? Start crying. ¿A qué horas es la masacre mañana?
like we're not mad. Like, we understand, but
right. Pero despístala, chica. That's funny.
Hey, nice. You learned how to use that. For like 2 months, you were like, what does that mean? I'm like,
I still don't know what it means. Nah, but
you
yeah.
used it in the right context.
Okay. So, right. Hell yeah. But yeah, so he sang El Pastor. Arturo Vargas in the back, like, the disrespect.
Yeah. He's like, me hubiera cantado, güey. Like,
if I wasn't fucked up right now with my throat, I'd murder this shit right here, right now. But yeah.
No, I mean, Arturo did a fine job.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Right now, I was like, who's the pinche man?
It's because he always has like a smile. So like when he finished, he'd also look back and he's like, you know, he does that smile. Like, yeah, he was just kind of like smirking. So I thought that was funny. And then, so what was on the schedule was that we were going to play an hour, then we were going to play 4 hours, and then we were going to play the last hour. So the schedule for the day was 6 hours, right? So at this point, I had already seen on the schedule that he had added an extra. No. Sorry. It was supposed to be 6 hours, and I think we got a call on Friday, like during Burros, that said like, and Arturo was like, "Hey, we're gonna have a gig after the ones that are online." And I was like, "Oh shit, so we have more work?" And he's like, "Yeah, like it's an hour, possibly 2." And we're like, "Fuck, like, pues ni modo, a chingale, you know, fuck it." So I guess Arturo Vargas wasn't aware of this because we drove all the way out there. We drove to this person's house, and then we pull up, we turn off the van, and he just looks around and he's like, "This isn't where we left the cars." You know what I mean? Like, this isn't the meeting spot. And he's like, ¿Tú no acabamos? And we're all like, no, like, aquí es otra. And he's like, ustedes sí son unos matacharros. He's like, yo con mis 2 horas que hago con el Vargas. Like, today there's 8. Like, he's like, se pasan, güey. He was already all rojo. He's like, no, pues ni modo. He's all ready to go, dude.
Poor.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I would understand, you know. I mean, you're used to playing like a concert and like you're one and done, you know, with an intermission. And here it's like, will it ever end? Will it ever end? You know, he was working overtime, bro. Yeah. You know, we went to this person's house. They wanted 2 hours. They were for Colombians, right?
And Venezuelans and like uno de Chihuahua and like some shit.
Yeah, so you could tell by their accent too, like by the way they were talking, like it wasn't the Mexican accent. Yeah, that gig was funny because it went pretty quick for it being 2 hours. Like I would think I would be more tired by then, but I guess I wasn't. Like I felt pretty okay. And it was funny. There was a kid in front of us. They kept giving us, what is it, aguardiente? Right. Which is what is it exactly?
I don't know.
It's just a liquor, right?
I thought it was tequila, but I guess not.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't drink that much, you know. Like,
you're not an expert. But they kept giving us some of that. When I didn't drink any. Did you drink any? No, you didn't. Well, mostly our boss, I guess, and Arturo Vargas. But he was opening up a little bit. I think at this point he was like, "I'm just tired. I just want to go home." So they kept giving us some. And they kept giving us some in these like little like disposable cups. They were estaban chiquitos.
Yeah.
And it was funny because there's this kid that kept like lingering around us, and I guess he thought it was water, so he went like to grab it, right? But he was in front of you, right?
Tenía como una tetilla.
Like
and it was like a little cup.
Like it's called a sippy cup.
Right.
Yeah, the ones that kids, you know, they have the little nipple shape on there.
So I guess he was looking for that because he was also eating. He had like a little plate where he was eating.
Oh, okay.
I guess he had like a little stool where you could like go like,
onto the counter.
Yeah,
the kitchen counter. Yeah.
And then he saw a little shot, and he's like, "This must be it." And then he was grabbing it, and I'm like, "No one's gonna."
Nobody gonna stop this?
I was like, "What's up, qué pasa?" You know?
Yeah.
And he's reaching for it, and I'm like, "Oh, shit, he's gonna do it." And then I saw the people looking at me, and I'm like, "No!" Like, I just like,
because he was like, he was pretty much on his way of on grabbing it and drinking it. You know? That was his plan.
I was very curious what would have happened.
You're like, no.
I would have bet he would have cried or like start dying, like not dying but like choking. You know.
Oh well, yeah.
When that thing hits you, you're like,
you're like from TikTok. But yeah, the kid was like on like this close to drinking a shot. I'm like, what?
Twice, bro.
I'm like, where are your parents?
And that too, like, because it all depended on me that first time. Cause the people were looking at him too. They were like, "A ver qué pasa." And I'm like, "This like."
It's like letting a kid touch the stove just so he knows that it's gonna hurt, so he never does it again. Maybe that's what it was. They were just like, no, déjalo.
I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get blamed for it. So I'm like, nope.
Te dije, cabrón.
Yeah. I was very curious. I was this close to be like, just once.
Just once.
Kid was already drunk though. Like,
he's like,
yeah, I took 3 shots before that. That's
he's
why
fucking
like,
spinning. Dude.
He's like, I want more.
That's it. Like he's like, it's todo.
Yeah, right.
Shit, my Capri Sun hits more.
He puts it with the Capri Sun. Like he's doing his own.
He's mixing it.
Yeah,
like, not strong enough. Chingo. The only other thing I can think of with that gig was that we played Arturo Vargas's Mama. He has a song called.
Excuse me? Oh.
Right? He has a song called Mama, right?
I don't know.
I think so, right?
Sure.
Well, he recorded it. That's all I know.
Okay.
So, because someone asked for it, and Arturo Vargas is telling me, he's like, yeah, a lot of Colombian people, asked for this song. And I'm like, oh, shit, okay. So, I was all like, because like I had just heard Mama. And he's like, yeah, a lot of people asked for this in Colombia. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, ¿Quién la canta? To him. And he's like, he looks at me like, I didn't realize it was
his. Like, you little shit.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was his. Because, I mean, that's a reflex, sometimes you're like, esa de quién es, like, who sings
you
that song?
expected it to be like, Armando Manzanero or some shit.
Yeah.
So Vargas like.
He was like, the fucking disrespect.
Yeah.
I'm never coming again. But yeah, like, so I didn't know it, like, disrespectfully, I didn't know it, like, so like I told Arturo, our boss, and I was like, hey, how did this song go? So he went to the back and tried figuring it out. So we just kind of followed him, like, during that song, because he was just telling us, he was playing guitar while, he went up to the sing, because that's a lot of pressure, man. Like, it's like it's his song, and like if you play it wrong, he's gonna be like, oh man, because like I told you, it's like Silvestre Vargas being right next to you while you play, like, I don't know, like a song like El Relámpago or something. He's just gonna look at the violin player like, bro, that's not what I wrote down. Like, that is not. Those are not the notes. He's right there. You know what I mean? That's the exact same thing. Yeah. Like, if I'm playing the wrong chords, he's gonna be like, I recorded this song. Okay, like I know the chords. Those are wrong. So that was a lot of pressure. So I just did my best. I was like, la cagué, but
Yeah, I'm just like. Que sea lo que él quiera.
I mean, he sounded good.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah, that's what matters in the end.
Pasa nada.
Yeah. And yeah, it's that those 2 hours kind of flew by for me, and in the end, we ended up playing an 8-hour Saturday, which is a lot, And by the time we got in the van, Arturo Vargas was a little more ronco, and everybody else is just feeling like a little down because it's a long day. I mean, we left my house at what, like 11, and I didn't get home till like almost 2.
Yeah,
that's it.
You get water?
No, I didn't get water.
That's disrespect.
I got Jack. Look, do you think I want this? It's because I knew Whataburger was gonna be stupid packed. So like I went to Jack because the Jack in my neighborhood, like there's never any cars. So I just pulled up like nothing. Good. I enjoyed it, and I knocked the fuck out right after. Which we had more work on Sunday.
Yeah.
We had 2.5 hours yesterday, and that was nothing really happened other than we had that 1 hour and a half. It was like it was our 50th birthday. This lady's 50th birthday.
Right. Yeah.
And then what sucked is Arturo Vargas' guitar, the slot for the third string, on the head nut, it wasn't properly shaven down, so the string kept coming off. I told him to just take off the string, and that's what he did. He ended up like after the gig, like just kind of fixing it. And then what was the last one after all?
It was with those people. Okay, with the creepy house. That was a creepy house.
Creepy. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It
had like muñecos around, and then when you looked at like I don't know, I had no idea where the living room was, because it had like all these rooms.
Okay,
shit.
So first of all, we've been to this place before. It's like this very nice, fancy house, right? And
the inside,
they gotta have money.
I mean,
there was a Bugatti in the front, right next to the front door. I was like, I love it.
Just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling. We've been there before. Played a couple times. Everybody that is there though looks like they've done like plastic surgery though.
Yeah.
Cause like the ladies' lips are always like puffed up and they're a little like stretched out. You know, the guys too. Yeah, they kind of look like they've been worked on. We played there a couple times though, but they have this huge house. So yeah, this is the first time I actually played inside though.
Yeah.
I've always played on the outside, like me. Every time I've gone there, we went inside and we played for them. There was a guy that looked like Pitbull, like the rapper / pop star. What is he? What is Pitbull? He's not reggaeton or anything. He's like pop, right?
I think it's.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just know he does 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's he's like, and then he catches his check, you know.
Yeah, that's it, right? Mr. Worldwide, and that's it. He's like, okay, that'll be $1 million.
Pretty much, that's all he does.
Yeah,
but no, that house was creepy because I remember I walked in and I was me dejaron culeros. Like,
we did.
Yeah, because I was getting my base, and then when I looked at
yeah, we were all inside, and we're like, because Arturo was like, "Ya listos," and we're all like,
and I'm like, it's a process, bro. Like, especially because the van was like angled this way.
We parked so like on a 45-degree angle.
I had to take it out from like one side because if I open the both doors, the whole sound system so like, you know.
That's true.
So I'm here like, where are my boys? Like,
we're already all waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, I walked in and this freaky little doll was just looking at me.
I thought it was just one because I saw a doll and it looked like Chucky. Like it was dressed up kind of like Chucky.
Yeah.
So it kind of freaked me out. I was like, why the fuck do they have this random ass fucking doll in the middle of nowhere? You know.
And in the middle of playing, I saw one in the distance, like doing a different phase. I'm like,
there were like at least 6 dolls in that house, and I know you're thinking like, what kind of dolls are these? They're like the dolls that you find like in scary movies that are
horror movies,
like that are in horror
like
movies
that are
Annabelle,
bro,
that are like possessed. You know what I mean? There were those type, and I was like, why are there dolls everywhere? Like this is creepy as fuck.
And then like the rooms too, like I don't know the way that everything está como decorado. Like everything blended with each other in a way that you did not know where one thing started.
It was just very scary.
You know?
It was very like
I'm like
weird ass vibe.
Brujeria, bro.
And it was like dark.
Yeah.
And it was like orange.
Yeah, it's weird because from the outside it looks like
a completely different house.
Like a modern house. Modern fancy house.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then the inside looked very like antique, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's the vibe they're going for. But it was very weird. I mean, we still got paid. So
hope so.
Yeah. And then we went home. Oh, and then we got back to so there's this place here on 30 where we meet up our cars, and it's kind of known to be like a meeting place for a lot of charros. So like anytime you go there, like all you see is, and it's always in the same area. They all parked in the same area. There's always a whole bunch of mariachis that like drop off their cars there and then they take off from there. La Plaza, what did you say?
Oh, Gary Walmart.
Gary Walmart. Yeah. Instead of Plaza Garibaldi is Gary Walmart. Yeah.
Arturo Vargas did not find that funny.
He's like, you're not funny, bro.
But I'm like, you made the rest laugh, so I'm good. You know?
We're all like, it was a good joke.
He was like, disrespect.
Yeah, that's where we left our cars this weekend. But we were the last ones there. I guess everybody took the day off that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were the only ones there. Oh, yeah. We're running out of time. We got to do fucking Charro chat real quick. Charro chat. You guys sent in a lot of questions. Good job, guys. Let's see. Shit. I can't find it. Here it is. Okay. We're going to go really quick with these because we don't have it. Emiliano Munoz 456 says, what was the dumbest thing you did as a kid? Grow up.
Fuck, I did a lot. One time, when I lived with my grandma, I would knock on the door and then pretend like I'm doing nothing, and then she would be like, "¿Quién es?" I'm like, "No sé," and then she would walk in, no era nadie, and then I would do it again, and then third time I did it, I looked back and she was looking at me.
That's the dumbest thing you did?
Chiputiza que me dio, like that shit hurt. Yeah. I was trying to do a joke and she didn't like it.
Oh. That's the dumbest thing you did?
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
That's, I guess.
Okay.
Go. For me is one time I took in Mexico, I had this bike, or no, it was my cousin's bike or somebody's bike, I don't know. But you know how like they have the brakes that are on the handlebars?
Right.
You know, like you squeeze them and that's the brakes. Anyway, they have a mechanism that's on the front wheel. So like what I didn't know, I was gonna take that bike to like the little tiendita in the town. So like I started. There's like this hill coming from my grandma's house. It's a rock hill. It's not like cement. It's rocks, right? So I was going full speed, right? And I already knew that that mechanism was like loose, but I was like, me la quemo. I'll just fucking leave like that. So I was fucking going like fast as fuck on the hill. Well, that thing disengaged. I saw it happen, bro. Like it disengaged, came off, and I was going fast, right? So I went like that, and like it hooked onto the wheel. So I launched in the air, bro. Like, and it happened in slow motion. Like I felt like it happened in slow motion. It was like, you know, and I'm fucking flying through the air, and I'm like, fucking fall face first. I scratched up my face, my fucking hands, all of this shit. I thought I broke my face off, and I just walked home, or I walked back to my grandma's house. I was like,
But that's not a dumb thing. That's an accident.
I took a bike that shouldn't have been ridden. Oh. Like I knew it was fucked up, but I was like, I'll risk it to get the biscuit. So that was dumb of me because I hurt myself in the end. So I was in front of. I remember like my hands stinging. Because you know they were open wounds, so I was in front of two fans. Pink. Yeah, so I was in front of two fans, and I was like, and I was just lighting the air. I was like, I'm fucking crying like a kid. But anyway, I think that's one of the dumbest things I ever did. Alex Cake 1113 says, shirt inside or outside the underwear?
Outside for me.
You do the outside? It depends for me. Some pants fit me a little bit different. So some of them I'll put them, you know, like I usually do outside of the underwear. And then sometimes I'll go on the inside. Just depends. And then also it depends on your shirt. If the shirt's too big, sometimes like just tucking it in normal doesn't work. You know what I mean? So it starts to come out whenever you start making movements and shit. Especially like when we walk into gigs. You know what I mean? Where they say like entren tocando. So like I'll walk in playing and like my shirt's all fucking tucked out by the time I walked over there. So like for like you know how we'll play like Mañanitas and Tu Dia, all of them all together, like in a big long. So like for the first 10 minutes we're doing something. So like I can't readjust until we're finished with all that. That's what sucks. Our boss Arturo though wears these special types of underwear.
You're not out him like that?
Yeah, bro. Bro, he's pretty proud of them. He likes them, you know. He showed them to us. Because what he says he likes that they feel like he's wearing nothing or some shit.
He basically went back to the Mexican dream and started wearing tidy whities again.
But they're not like tidy whities, bro.
But they are like tidy whities.
They got some
they look
weird shapes.
I mean, yeah, they look like thongs, but the idea is of a tidy whitey, you know, they keep everything together. Like, only the necessary parts. Like they don't go like, I mean, you can see like mine are like spandex. Like they go like, they look like shorts.
Yeah. Those are boxer briefs.
Right. Well, I mean, these are more skin tight.
Okay.
But like they keep everything together from, like, I don't know how to say it, but they're not just that part, you know? So they look like little, for him. I mean, one time he brought the white suit, but he made the mistake of bringing like a bright colored.
And you can see the outline. He's like, hey, wait, can you see my underwear? And I'm like, low key, bro? I'm like, it kind of.
I'm like, what?
It's a bright color, so I'm like, you can see.
you're like, alright, like.
Yeah, but he finds those comfortable, you know. I mean, kudos to him.
Why'd you bring that up?
I'm like,
you like content.
Yeah, content clickbait. Carly Graham says, did Sammy finally make the Charro Chat song? No, because there's just no time. That's why I also didn't do, you know, like the Charro vlog this week. There's just no time. I try to do as much as I can for these CharroBeans content. So, you know, like one day maybe we'll have a Charro Chat song. It just depends on when I can get down and actually record it and take the time and do all that stuff. But it'll happen, all right? As long as you keep coming back, we'll do some shit. Happy? No, I'm just all mad. We got a lot of confessions today. So this person says, every time a client asks for El Niño Perdido, I sneak in a fart during my solo.
It's good for you, man.
What'd you eat that day? Like, what I'm thinking is like, do you just have like farts lined up every day? You know what I mean? Because like he says only during Niño Perdido.
Only right.
Like, which tells me, like, are
Like-
you always, like, ready to fart? And it's only when, it, like, they ask for it, are you like, fuck yeah. Like, I was fucking dying. You
That's
know?
why you're so happy, bro, when they ask for it.
Yeah. He's like, at last. At last.
Puede ser todo se va a perder, too.
Yeah,
when
that's
he plays
true.
it.
Yeah, when we play, Arturo goes far, you know, he goes, like, to the next town over to play his solo. Over there, he's just like,
Yeah.
you know. Hey, I would just say watch your bean intake if you're lactose intolerant. You know, don't eat as
Saul,
much
right.
cheese.
Saul,
Saul, if you're listening to this,
I'm looking at you, bro. Like,
yeah, don't eat a lot of cheese. You know, because I mean, this isn't the only fart confession we have. We also have someone else that said, half the time I do gritos, I fart. You guys just farty all the time?
You all have like a little hype mind. You're just thinking the same thing, you know?
Yeah, that's
like-
true. Like that's what you guys want to confess? Sex and farts? That's what y'all want to confess to us?
I don't want to see next week, bro.
No, but I mean, it does take a lot to do a grito. Maybe like it's an involuntary fart, unless you're doing it like on purpose. You know what I mean?
I mean, we're all human, you know.
You're like,
it's bound to happen. So.
That's true.
Guys, do it when they can't hear you.
What I do is I'll pretend I go tune, and I'm like, yeah, my vihuela's fucked up, bro. Y me voy hasta allá.
I remember that one
And I'm
time.
like, okay, wait.
That one time you did that,
Uh-huh.
but the wind was not in your favor, so you came back, and I'm like, hey, Sammy.
Yeah, you done that too, ho.
I was like, so bitchy, man.
One time, Victor, I got in his car in the passenger seat, and then he was taking forever to get in the car. So I was like, "What the fuck is this dude doing?" So he finally opens the door, gets in the car, and fucking slams the door. And then like I didn't smell it at first, but I guess you smelled it first.
Yeah.
So then
I
like
could feel like
the warm air entering the car, maybe. So he turns on the car and he's like, "Oh, my bad, bro." And he starts taking down the windows. I was like, "The fuck?" He's like, "I was trying to fart, but like the wind didn't help. Like it just kind of brought it back
it's
in."
because the car did like a little like suction thing when I opened the door. Like
So it sucked in all the warm. So I was like, "No mames, dude, you're fucking Dutch ovening the fucking car." I was like, "Chill, bro."
that was so funny. I was trying so hard.
So you're
And
not so
then
innocent.
le valió madre.
You're not
Huh?
so you're
I
not
know,
so innocent.
But it
Yeah.
was funny because it just hit me in the face.
Next confession. When I hear people ask for Mariachi Loco the first 5 minutes into the gig, I sometimes ignore it. We all do.
Yeah.
None of us want to play it, the first fucking song that they ask for.
we
You
don't
know?
we don't want to play at all.
Exactly. Like when they ask for it, I will legit not acknowledge it.
No, I'll look at you and I'm like,
Or like I'll acknowledge it, but I'll just be like fuck, like already, dude. Like out of the thousands of songs you couldn't have picked, like,
thousands of cumbias.
or any other fucking cumbia, right? And I know you're not gonna dance it. Y'all haven't even eaten yet, so
You're
it's like,
horny.
excuse me.
Yeah, we talked about this before. People are horny when they ask for Mariachi Loco
Oh,
because they want to see us dance.
pues, ni modo, whatever. Believe it or not, but the last week we had a gig and I got hit on by a grandpa. The thing is, I was 16.
All happens to Saul. He's 16.
Yeah, dude. Some of these men, and not take in mind, a male sent this in, so a grandpa. I'm like, what? This is a little weird. But yeah, man, sometimes people be like weird as fuck. You're gonna have to create a space there. You're just like, you know, like
You gotta nail it in the butt.
yeah,
Is
you
that
got
it?
nail it in the butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like stop it real quick. You're like, hey, what the fuck, you know? Be careful out there. I'm like, that's problematic. And this next person said, down so bad we stole appetizer plates from another wedding before they went out. So you stole food again from an event that was also free. Again,
Is that the same guy?
it's the same guy.
Oh my god.
Look, we're gonna explain this. If there's food out at a wedding, it's most likely for you. It is free. You can take it.
Food
You don't
is
have
meant
to
to eat, bro.
You don't have to steal it. It's already yours. You know what I mean? This guy's like, yeah, we really did this, bro. We really stole all these appetizer plates. I'm like, no, you didn't.
I think he's doing it for the rush, you know. It's like me siento vivo.
Someone behind him is like, sir, and he's like, fucking books it. He's like, no.
He's like sweating and shit.
He's like, you can take these too, you know. Like, Fucking booked it. He's like at the end and shit.
So they almost got me there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, that's it. That's Shadow Chat. Yeah, this is a long episode. We need to go home. Or I'm home. You need to go home. Get out. Anything you want to say before we head out of here?
Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate all of you guys for all the support, all the love. You know, I really appreciate it. You know, Sammy works really hard to do all this.
Yeah,
I don't, but he does.
I'm literally killing myself with this shit.
Yeah.
So please watch, share, subscribe, rate. Hey, we need one more rate on Apple Podcasts to have 69 rates or ratings. So please, one person go rate so it says 69.
Yeah, and then screenshot and send it to us. And you'll get a shout out. Hey.
Yeah. Or nothing at all.
All right, thank you. Or we'll like the message.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And leave you on red.
I'll leave you on red. But yeah, guys, like I said, just keep supporting the channel. That's the only thing that really helps us out here. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, share, and rate. All that good shit. All of that helps us out. Keeps us continuing putting out weekly content. If you guys like something, comment. Just let us know. And I think that's it for today. You guys have a great week. Great rest of your week when you're listening to this. And stay sexy. That's it.
That's not so hard.
Yeah, that's not so hard.
You're sexy. I'm like, you're hot.
You're
like, who are those commercials? Like,
you do you. You do you, boo boo. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your week. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh. Nah. No. You good?